So I just wanted to kind of review and give you guys my opinion on the new Real Technique brushes. I do own a lot of the original Real Technique brushes, but these ones are newer to the line. I've seen a few videos on them, but not too many. So I picked a couple up and I just kind of wanted to share my opinion on what I think about the brushes. So, okay, so this line is called the Bold Metallics, and they look very different than the original one. So this is the packaging that it comes in, and I picked up two of the brushes. I got them at my Ulta. They only had a few of them. These are the two big ones that they had, like for the face, and then the other ones that they had were for the eyes. And I don't really do too much to my eyes, so I figured I'd pick these two up and see how I liked them. So I'm kind of looking down at my information too, in case you're wondering where I'm looking. So this is a foundation brush that I picked up, and this is a blush brush that I picked up. So I'll just kind of give you guys a little bit of information on the new line, and then I'll kind of break down each individual brush. So of course we know these are Real Technique brushes by Pixie Woo, the Pixie Woo sisters. And what's different about these brushes in comparison to the old ones, so these are, I just have a couple of the old ones so you guys can kind of compare the two. So this one is the original foundation brush, and this is the new triangle foundation brush. So you'll see everything about it is totally different. It's like a totally different line. This one is super light. This one is definitely much heavier. You'll see this one is like really wide so that it can kind of stand on the counter or your vanity, whatever. And this one kind of comes to a diamond shape. So what I learned about these brushes is that this one, the reason they make the shape like this, so one of the things is it can fit into your brush belt or your brush bag or wherever, because if you know these ones, especially when you get into the bigger brushes, sometimes they're hard to fit into you know, a makeup case or whatever, because it's so much wider than normal brushes. So this one's a lot more slender, so it will have no problem fitting. And also, like I said, it has like a diamond end to it, so that's how the whole thing is. So you'll see that it's not gonna roll off of your vanity or table. It's kind of gonna stop, as opposed to these ones, which are totally round and they'll just roll right off. So that's kind of cool too. And they are a bit heavier, so I guess it makes it easier to put your makeup on. I feel a difference in the weight of them, so I guess that just kind of gives you like a heavier hand when you are doing your makeup. This line is definitely higher priced. Both of these brushes were $23.99, which compared to the original line seems very pricey, but compared to, you know, every other brand out there, it's not that expensive. But the reason for that being so much higher is because I think that this is more of a luxury line of the Real Technique brushes. So you have like a baseline and then you have like a higher end one. So far I would say that it's worth the price. They are very pretty, they're very unique. I haven't seen any brushes that look like this. This one happens to be my favorite out of the two, the 300, which is the blush brush, but I don't use it as a blush brush. I think that these are exclusive to Ulta right now. I'm not for sure, but I think they might be. The hairs are synthetic, and you'll see that it's really light, which allows you to kind of see exactly how much product you're using. And then you'll also notice on different ones, so like this one is gold, this one is rose gold, and then the eyes collection is silver. So let me see. Okay, so there's three lines. So the gold one, which is this one, the gold line of brushes that you'll see are your base brushes. The platinum, or aka silver one, is for your eyes, and then the rose gold ones are finishing. What else can I tell you about these? These are synthetic hairs. I don't think I mentioned that. Which allow you to have like precise buildable coverage. And I think that's pretty much like the basic information about them. So moving on to them individually. So like I mentioned, they are each $23.99. So I'll start with this one because this one is one that I've actually used a couple times and I actually really like. So this one is the tapered blush brush, and personally I don't use a brush this small for my foundation. I like more of a fluffier brush. Like this is This is their multitask brush, and this is the kind of brush that I would prefer to use for blush, because I just want like a lighter, airier kind of coverage. But I guess, I don't know, I know a lot of makeup artists do use a smaller one. I think if you're using like a cream blush, this would be really good. What I have used this for is for my highlighter. So I use like a liquid highlighter underneath my powder highlighter. So I will use this one just to kind of distribute the highlighter onto you know, the highest part of my cheeks. But I feel like this I can also use this for the powder one, but I use a different brush for powder. But I think this would also be a very good brush for foundation. I definitely like this brush because I think it's like a multitasking brush. Like if you wanted a bit of lighter coverage for foundation, that would be really good. You could use this to blend out your under eye concealer, or even put whatever powder you use for your under eye concealer. You can use it for that. You could use this for contouring because it is kind of tapered, so it kind of goes to a good shape that allows you to contour. I don't know if I mentioned, I think also each line, like I said, there's gold, rose gold, and silver. If you'll notice, if you kind of look closely, each brush kind of has matching hairs that like come up from it. So this one kind of sprouts up with like rose gold hairs. This one kind of sprouts up with like gold hairs, which is kind of cool. I mean, you can definitely tell that they put a lot of thought into the way that they design these brushes, because there's a lot of little intricate things about it that you don't see on other brushes. So this one, I'll just tell you, the packaging says specially designed tip highlights and sculpts across cheeks for a seamless fit. Next, this is the foundation brush. So generally for me, I like to use a fluffier brush for foundation, like a flat top brush or like a rounded brush. I don't really like flat foundation brushes, but I'm often attracted to flat foundation brushes that have a unique design, like this one. So you see, this one is triangular. So this one says flat edge covers large areas of the face, and angled edges contour around eyes and nose. So I did watch a video on how this one was used by the Pixie sisters, and she kind of used it, of course, for the foundation, and just started from the middle and just kind of like spread it all across her face. And as you see, it's a triangular shape, so the edges to like get in between those areas where your nose is, get under your eyes. But I don't know, I just haven't been, what's the word? I don't know, I haven't like reached for it. So I think that this might be one that I take back. Maybe I should try it before I take it back. Because maybe I like it. Maybe if I'm using like a cream, not a cream, but like a tinted moisturizer or something like that. I don't know. I should try it out before I take it back. But I just haven't been like interested in trying it out. I don't know. It is unique. I haven't seen anything like this. You know, the design is unique as far as it being flat on one side and triangular on the other, so that you can get into those areas. But I don't know, I think I tend more to kind of like stipple my foundation on my face as opposed to just kind of like spreading it on my face like that. Try it out, see if you like it. I think this is one that a lot of people might not be too inclined to get, just because, I don't know, I don't know, it looks really cool, but actually putting it to use is another story. So I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, so if you guys have tried these new brushes out, let me know what you think. As far as comparing the two different lines, I think that if you had to choose between two lines, I think that you're better off getting the original line, just because the brushes, the shapes of them and everything are more multitasking and more realistic. I mean, these are pretty. These would look beautiful on your vanity for sure. But I don't know, try it out. Everyone has their own opinion. For sure, I definitely love this one, and I will get a lot of different uses out of this one. I'm going to keep it. But this one, I think I just may take back. So, like I was saying, let me know if you guys have tried these brushes out, what you think about them. Let me know if you guys have any other questions about them. yeah, please thumbs up this video. Hopefully you liked it. Like I mentioned, this was just a really quick, simple review, just trying to let you guys know who may be wondering if these brushes are worth buying. Like I said, yes and no. I mean, if you want to spend that money on the brushes, it's fine. Like, they're great brushes, good quality. I just would pick the ones that you think you're gonna get the most use out of. So yeah, like I said, subscribe. Hopefully you guys are having an awesome day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.